darkness, I awoke to a world of pain. Eric Bain. The name shot through my head like a bullet. It was my name.
So here we are in Berlin. Calypso showing their new games. We have seen Dark today from Wheelforge, and we have here Viktor, the art director. What is Dark about?
Yeah, so Dark is a third-person stealth action-adventure game, and today we're showing for the first time the Xbox version of Dark. And yeah, we're really proud to have this purely stealth-based, back-to-the-roots stealth gameplay for Dark.
So stealth, back to the roots, it sounds like games like Thief. Is it comparable?
Yeah, Thief was very much an inspiration for us when we did the concept for Dark. We just looked at the recent development of other stealth games like Splinter Cell, and we thought that they have become very much action shooters. And we tried with Dark to get back to the roots, to the old stealth gameplay from the old Thief game, the old Splinter Cells, and like we really encouraged the player to play the game in a stealth approach. So the first thing we did, we don't allow the players to get weapons in the game. So this is really like the basic idea, just sneak by the guards and don't try to attack them. So use all your skills you have to play it as a stealth game.
And the main actor in Dark is a vampire. So that's maybe because there are no real weapons. But vampires, we know them from the latest movies. And what kind of vampire is the main character in this game?
So the main character is called Eric Bain, and I think vampires have gotten a bit of a bad reputation in the last few years, and so we really tried to capture the essence what makes vampires cool. So we looked at inspiration like The Blade or 30 Days of Night, and we really tried to capture that in our vampire world. So we have a really dark and mature vampire, completely new vampire world. There's a bit of influences from World of Darkness in there, but we try to make it our own. So it's not just stolen from everybody else, so we really try to make a new kind of vampire story, which is also sometimes very modern. So we have some missions that play in slightly futuristic environments.
When you say dark, dark, but the game is very colorful and it has a cel shading style. How does it work together?
Yeah, since you've already seen that games like The Walking Dead also use a cel shading style, or The Darkness, we think it's very much accepted today that this mature we call it graphic novel style, not really a cel shaded or cartoon graphic novel style, because we still try to make it, some parts are really more horror kind of environment. So we really don't want to make it a cartoon, it's still a mature game, but we think the graphic novel style still allows us to get a bit more color and not make it everything brown and gray, and yeah, I think that fits the game really well.
Okay. And what's the story about in this game from this vampire? Why does he do all this stealth thing?
So Eric wakes up in this nightclub called the Sanctuary, which also functions as the hub in the game. And he has no idea what happened to him, but he still finds out that he's a vampire, and obviously everybody else in the club are also vampires. And they tell him that if you get bitten by a vampire, but don't drink your maker's blood, you can't become a full-fledged vampire. So you have to find your maker and get his blood. And since Eric is just an average guy, he really doesn't run out and kill everybody. He has to sneak and try to get stealthily to his mission objectives.
And what kind of talents and powers does Eric have?
Yeah, we have a skill system in the game, so you can gain experience points by killing enemies, by obtaining your mission objectives, or by just sneaking by undetected. That's where you get most experience points, and you can use them to unlock your skills. We have a skill system where you have, I think, around 20 different skills, and you can upgrade them several times. So yeah, these are your weapons in the game. You can use them to get through the challenges.
Okay, and then next to the story, is there something like multiplayer or something like that in the game?
We don't have multiplayer, but we have something we call challenge rooms, where you have separate rooms out of the game, huge rooms, where you have a set skill set, and there are enemies in there, and then you have to go through and kill the enemies, and your time will be stopped, and then you have high scores, obviously. So that's one of the... And then, of course, we have a New Game Plus, where you can unlock all the skills you didn't get in your first playthrough.
Okay, and when is the game coming out, and on which platforms?
The game will be out, I think, in the early June, and it will come for PC and for Xbox.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.